everyone. Myself Rohit Rana, and I'm presenting St. Andrew's Group of Institution that's based out in Delhi NCR. So it's a group of schools and colleges with a total around 7,000 kids studying under the umbrella. And myself being an alumni of the same group, it's a pleasure for me to represent the group. And today I was invited to share my success story, but I would rather tell it as a learning story because in the years that I've worked for, I have learned a lot, and definitely this will go on and the learning will never end. So as Collegedunia is more of a branding and marketing solution for colleges and an amazing resource for students, my discussion would be only limited to some topics regarding to the same branding and marketing. So to start off with the discussion, I would say that when we think about making a process to follow, the vision has to be very clear. What do you want to become? How you want to become? And why you should become. Example, Collegedunia today is, I think, the market leader if you compare to the publishers. So why is it that? It's because of two reasons. One is because of maybe web traffic, and the second is because of the business that they have. Without a strong vision, that would not be possible. I don't think so. Having same people around with the same vision is very important for an organization. So keeping that in mind, the vision that we follow and that we really want to follow in the years coming ahead is to create successful alumni. Every university have their own visions. Some universities would be having a vision to become the largest university maybe of India or maybe the world. Some would be that we are a research-driven university. Our vision is to get give students a good career in terms of employability, entrepreneurship, or any other career that they want to choose in. So coming back on a life cycle of an institution, it starts with branding and admission, then the academic parts comes in wherein we teach and there are assessments and projects and everything. And then next is the career advancement, that is if he wants to go into an entrepreneurship field or he wants to get a placement and go forward with this job. So you always have to look forward that how are you preparing the kid for the same role. And now when you make decisions related to branding and admission, you have to think about a funnel that is being followed. So if we look at a funnel, it's top of the funnel starts with maybe impressions, and then maybe clicks, and then inquiries, and maybe then interested candidates, applications, and then intake. So our prime focus and the vision that we are going to follow in the coming years and we are trying to do is that to get a set of people over here in our college and maybe we convert into a university which have the same mindset like us, and we can work with them. For the same purpose, we've also introduced an examination this year. And what we are doing is that rather than the regular JEE Mains examination, we are assessing the kids based on a CoCubes examination. I'm not sure if everybody over here is know about the CoCubes examination, but most of you would know about it. It's basically a kind of an aptitude test, which is taken by the students in the final year, and it tests the employability of a kid. And what our thought process was that the syllabus of an aptitude examination is something which a student does in his 10th, 11th or 12th class. And if we can judge what is his scenario at that moment, then we would we'll be able to judge how forward we can take it in his careers. So that's the process that we are trying to follow. Also, the approach that we are trying to do is not grow vertically but grow horizontally first. I think the same thing has been mentioned by most of the people which were here, all the people that have presented over here. Even Mr. Aman Mittal also presented the same thing, and I think that is the right approach to approach the things. And that's how we are growing, and I think Collegedunia has really helped me out and helped the institution out, not just in terms of marketing and everything, but also in terms of consultations. So what we have learned, what we have done is not just because of a campaign that we signed and we did it. There was a lot of discussion on how we are going to do it, and then it was delivered. And it has been a really good journey, and I hope it goes on very well. And that's it. I think I'll have some questions that will be more better and interactive. Thank you.
So yeah, we can have a round of Q&A with Mr. Rohit Rana. Anyone with the questions? Sure, sure.
So Rohit, the simple one, you were talking about it downstairs.
Right.
So what is the positioning that you are looking at on a, let's say 2 to 4 year kind of time frame? Schools on one side, college on the other side. Do you have any positioning in mind, or you've been working on a positioning, you want to continue with it?
So basically, you're talking about competition and basically how do we compare ourselves to others, right?
No. How do you position your college? What does your college stand for, or what does your school stand for?
So basically, like I told you that, the first motive or the vision that we have are successful alumni. And, the courses that we are having right now are engineering and BBA and BCA for right now. And we've introduced a management course this year. And basically, the final outcomes, as I said, are going to be same. And our job is to, help shape the student's career according to it, and expose him to the opportunities available outside the campus. So that's our vision to it. Now, as far as I understand your question, when you talk about positioning, so in a way I could answer is that I never compare our institution with different institutions, like what is going on over there or going on over here. So what we want to do is create our own niche in terms of placements or maybe teaching. Like I was discussing with one of the directors who was sitting with my tables, and we were discussing, how we can better train our computer science guys. Where there was a question that, we are getting good academic faculties, but they are maybe, let's say, not good in programming. So how do we solve that problem? So I had a discussion with him, why don't we bring some engineering graduates to it? That is the different way of thought process to it. Another way of thought process that we are wanting to implement once, the COVID phase ends, that is to bring in entrepreneurship with faculties. So till now, how entrepreneurship has been done in campuses is that students have been involved in different entrepreneurship subjects, and not subjects but entrepreneurship activities, and they turn up with their businesses. But we have a concept in our mind where we hire faculties and tell them that till the time you are here, you will be teaching, but also you can also raise an entrepreneurship business which you always wanted to do. And once they do that, students would be involved with it. And over the period, this resonates with the students, and entrepreneurship mindset gets in the campus. So these are the kind of activities which we are looking to do, and that's how we are looking to position. So we are not looking to become like someone. We have our own principles, and we want to follow them. That's what I would say. Anybody else? I know everybody is tired, it's being late evening.
So yeah, I have a question.
Yeah.
So during the transition from school to college, students have many doubts, they are quite inquisitive. So how are you facilitating that process? How are you guiding them, telling them what to do next in the 3-4 years, and getting them prepared for the placements as well?
So you're talking about the transition from school to college or college to career?
From school to college.
Okay, so as far as I remember, when I was a student, my parents told me that engineering is an option that we should look at,
Right.
and I opted mechanical engineering, but I never knew what was mechanical engineering about. Now the options have increased. That at my time, we didn't have a lot of counseling sessions wherein university professors can come in and they can actually tell you what type of careers are you looking at and what type of study opportunities you're looking at. Today, students have great resources in terms of YouTube also, and counseling sessions that all of the universities organize. So I think for us, we are pretty much doing the same way, that we have online sessions one-to-one and also group sessions also. And in that, student chooses multiple courses that, what kind of courses he's looking into. Whether, so there are kids who want to get into management, let's say MBA, but they want to have a tech background also. So, if we, when we have a faculty like that, we introduce him to them, and also maybe somebody from the corporate, and they interact so that they can solve his doubts. So that's how it is being done one-on-one. And the other thing is that we are maintaining a forum on a FAQ kind of a thing, wherein we keep on adding all the questions, new questions that are coming in. So while talking to the students via emails or SMS kind of that, so we communicate them that if you have any questions and answers that you want to ask, you can refer to this FAQ section. Other than that, you can always have a one-on-one session as per availability. So that's how we are managing it.
Got it. One more question. Since you have studied at Rochester and Auburn, what were the learnings from those universities that we're trying to implement here in St. Andrews?
Okay, so I did my bachelor's and master's both from US, and so the scenario over there was very different what is here. So over there, there were subjects, and those subjects, there was no, they were all project-based subjects, and the assignment or the exams that we have, those were all open book. And this placement scenario was not there. So everybody had do their own choices, take their own choices. Like I was selected in one of the companies known as MathWork, but I wanted to get into research. So I thought so there was guidance available, but nobody was forcing you to go forward for it. And next, there was no competition between colleges. This is what I feel which is different in India, that colleges are competing. Over there, once you're there in a university, you're proud about it and you study over there, and you're proud about your professors. Obviously, there are some who you like, who you don't like. That is always there. But yes, overall the atmosphere was not very competitive. That people don't say that I didn't end up over there or something like that. Education was more important. Learning was more important. So that's the difference I feel over here. But the same thing I try to do over here also. First is try to frame out the courses like that. But obviously we are an affiliated college right now, so we don't have that autonomy currently. But yes, we have a vision to convert it to a university. And like we had our NEP discussion that was going on. And we are moving towards a very good direction, I feel, and definitely it's going to benefit everybody. That's what I think.
Right. That answers my question. More focus on collaboration rather than competition.
Yes, that is also one of the points. Yes, true.
Anyone else for the questions? Right. Mr. Sahil has one question.
Hi.
Hi, sir.
So I'm asking. So we have had a great partnership with you as Collegedunia. It's very important 3-4 years. And this is my question for a very, very large sales team across India which has come to hear you. A lot of great brands who are coming to hear you. What was the first year like where Sanjay and his team, what did they actually deliver? How was the whole experience? I'm asking for the first year. What do you expect? And how did you as a brand, because it is not just me giving you lead or application, you still have to work on that and the brand. How did I just share the work with both of us did, Sanjay and his team and you together, which actually produced great results for you.
Okay.
This is more like what to expect once you have Collegedunia with you. And second is one small thing for a very young or with young people who joined us maybe 6 months back in the pandemic, who've been with us. Just some words for them of just a bit of motivation coming from you. It will be a lot of help.
No, definitely, sir. See, personally, I think it's a BD team, but it has to be a support team. It has to work like a support team. When Collegedunia team came to meet me, it was never about selling something. That should never be there. It was about the support that they offered. That is more important. They are with you all the time. That accounts and that sums up over years. And that doesn't go away. Other players are there. People keep changing. They have their product. They'll introduce it to you every year, and it will change every year. People will change. People change over here also, but the principles don't change. They are with you all the time, and the new team that you have, I will suggest them the same thing, that when they are meeting somebody new and they're introducing their product, they should meet them as partners. They should be at the same stance. They should never think that somebody is above or somebody is below. You should be sitting on the same table and discussing things, because I think you guys have done a lot for a lot of people, and you should be proud about it, and you should be motivated about it. And I think that's the best way to go, and be supportive. Yeah.
Thanks. So one word of applause for sir and our team, which is doing such a great effort, getting everyone together. So thank you, thanks everyone, and especially you're just one example we've always been giving of a great partnership working together, where we say it is not just us, it is people like him who actually put in a lot of effort as well. And that is how the partnership works together. It is not just us. You have to, be an equal in the partnership. So thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. It's amazing working with you guys, and it's always being young. I think maybe it's there, but I always have that thing to solve more problems. And whenever we sit and discuss problem, it's not only my problems or anybody else. It's just the general problem solving thing which I like to do. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Mr. Rohit Rana, Vice Chairman of St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management.